Hey, when I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do was I love building models. Um, I built all kinds of models. I built battleships, aircraft carriers. I built car models. Um, one of my models I remember making was was when the ZR1 Corvette first came out, and it was I think the one I made was bright yellow, because that's kind of how I remember the ZR1 Corvette. I had a number of different car models that I made. I built airplane models, mostly like military airplanes. One of my favorite models that I built when I was growing up was the A-10 Warthog, which is still like my favorite airplane in the entire world. I had an F-15 model, an F-14 model. I had some World War II planes. One of the things I like to do was after I built a model, especially an airplane, like I would hang it up, in my room, get some fishing line on it and hang it up. And I think one of the things I'd set up, like I'd built a Japanese Zero airplane, and then a F4 Corsair airplane, and I kind of had it like they were fighting each other. I had an M1 Abrams tank model, and then probably like a Russian T-72 or something like that. And I liked doing things like that. I liked working with my hands. I liked kind of following the instructions that someone else had made in order to properly build the model. And one of the things I learned was if you wanted to build the model right, you had to follow the instructions. You had to go according to the instructions of the maker. You can see where I'm going with this. And to not follow the instructions of the maker would not, you would not end up with the same result. And sometimes it felt like, as you were putting that model together, like the maker had no idea what he or she was doing. Like you're looking at the picture on the box, and you're wondering how is this. And if you've ever made a model, like you open the box and there's like 4 or 5, I'll just called sheets of plastic, where all of the different parts were kind of molded on there, and you had to separate them, use a knife if you really wanted to do it right. And there were times where it was very easy to question whether or not you were going to get the same result that was demonstrated or displayed on the front of the box. And what we just had to do is we had to trust that the maker knew what he or she was doing, because it was the maker who gave identity and value and purpose to that model. The maker knew what he or she was doing. They were made in a way that reflected the maker, that reflected the desired end result. Thinking about Genesis 1:27. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. Male and female, he created them. So the maker knows what he's doing. God knows what he's doing. And there are times in our lives where it doesn't necessarily always reflect that. Initially, we are unsure of what the maker is doing, and yet God has made us in ways where what we can do, we have the opportunity to trust that the maker knows what he's doing. And the model will look like the picture if you follow the instructions. When we live in ways that honor God, we will look like the picture. What God's desired outcome will be, what God's design will be reflected when we follow the instructions. My hope and my prayer for you today is that you will see that, you'll understand, you'll come to the conclusion that God knows what he's doing, and you'll look like the picture. Love you, praying with you, praying for you. Talk to you again soon.